What's going on, good peoples? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? This is your boy Ed from Atlanta, and today I'm actually coming to you because I guess it's time to review the show. Um, SWV Escape Queens of R&B. I really didn't want to do it because that thing had a heavy. Because it's let's just dig into it. Like first of all, there's a lot of uh things going on that have not yet been spoken to nor addressed. And say what you want about Candy. Candy holds down what she needs to hold down, and then she does her. So I really hate that um, people are on the attack against her and her character. You know what I'm saying? And her skills. Which Grammy? And I don't like that because see, here's the thing: whether she's right or wrong, if you don't disagree, she's still free to stand in the space that she's in based upon the truth that she's received, the facts. It's not about feelings. What you dealing with Candy, Candy deals with facts. If you said or did, if she said or did, then that's what she stands on. And that's our understanding. And you really have to understand that. You really have to let up off of her. Tiny is just such a beautiful breath of fresh air. She's such a peacemaker and so loving and so bubbly, and she is such a businesswoman. And Candy is willing as well to make it work. And Tiny for me is the glue of the group. Tamika, that baby was a ride or die for her sister, cause she dead ass went on the radio and she lied on Candy and she really played Candy to the left. And that's why Candy was so hurt, and that's why Candy didn't have nothing to do with nobody but Tiny, because Tiny was like that was her real fault. You know what I'm saying? But Tamika was riding for her sister. But Tamika is in a different space now. You know, I was just watching Kev on stage. They actually inspired me to do this video. This actually, I'm sorry, not Kev on stage, but the bald and the beautiful. The bald, like no hair, and the beautiful podcast, and it's they talking about it, and he because he's a younger sibling, he had an older brother, and he explained the situation, and honestly, it makes sense because Tasha's just used to running shit, and then they referenced the Ricky Smiley interview, which I suggest you guys go check out to understand where the brat was coming from. You know what I'm saying? But Tamika's in a different space. She grown, and that baby could sing. She's no longer in nobody's shadow, and God sees her. And for me, that's what's most important. I think she's a beautiful person. I'll go on record and say that when they did that interview, they was with Tigger, Tamika, and Candy and Tiny, and she had that phone up when she was talking and crying. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I just think if you're gonna have that moment, have that moment. Put that phone down. I get your people want to see it, but put that phone down because it's a real moment. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but she's a grown woman, and I love it. That baby saying don't. She can't do no wrong in my eyes, and ain't none of us perfect. Um, and I love how she love, and I love that she has this support system, and she can grow and thrive, and really just continue to step into her womanhood. And she's in an amazing space. Candy and Tiny gonna make sure that she is taken care of, and she's got a larger network of sister friends. You know what I'm saying? So she's good. She's fine. Tasha, Tasha. I think that Tasha has an amazing quality of playing uh, the victim, not the villain, but the victim, the villain and the victim, the victim. Tasha makes an amazing victim. There's a story, you know, someone may be able to share, but I got it. That would suit her perfectly. But I find her tad bit diabolical, methodical. And I really strive not to judge because I don't have room to talk about nobody because who am I? Right. But I do find her a bit diabolical and methodical. I don't think she's honest. I definitely recognize that her dude has long been the issue. He's just out of place. He out of pocket. He's always been. It's something about him that's just weird and strange. And I don't know if, her delusion is a response for safety or if she's just really engaged in that situation. Because sometimes people be a victim and they cry out. But sometimes these same victims lash out as a villain because they're angry. And they'll take it everywhere else except where it need to be. So I don't hate Tasha. Like genuinely from a real place, my heart hurts and it aches for that situation. That's not cool. That's not cool. It's not cool at all. Because initially for me, again, when I heard the show was coming out, like I literally, like I was about to shed tears. Like I almost cried because it's so nostalgic and I experienced a lot of shit in the 90s. A lot. And so to have these groups come and really share their artistry and their hearts, their passion, their creativity, their beauty, their strength, their vulnerability, you know what I'm saying, their love, their fun. Like, man, that was just, it was a blessing in my life. You know what I'm saying? They were two of the artists that did that. Like have been like it's just there. It's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? For me, I don't know. I was very happy. And that they coming together, you don't understand that in a land of so much darkness, the squeal of a child sometimes can move me to tears because it's like it's you have to be intentional about seeking out like pure things and joy, happy things and things of just nice. It's no pressure. It's easy. You have to be intentional sometimes about seeking them if you don't have that necessarily always in abundance around you. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that you may be without, but sometimes you just have to be intentional about the joy you choose, because you choose joy. It's a choice. And so I was just happy about it. But like this situation is wow. Well, I have not sat down and listened to Tasha's album. I have not. I did watch that first song. I watched the video of that first song. But I have not sat down and actually checked out the album. But a conversation with God can sometimes be real good conversation. So I think that everybody deserves a chance. So I'm going to check out her album. Because I want to hear what that conversation is about. Are you putting it all in here, or are you giving us what's on TV? And I hope just quick with it. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm in my feelings a little bit. But anyway, the show was great. It's the end of the season. They put on one show. I hope that they will tour together soon. I love all of them. Lily, I'm calling you out. You got to be, you're going to be either my opponent or you're going to be my partner, baby. But I need to get you on this spades table, okay? We got to play spades together. And, I would love to sit down and have a conversation with all three. You know what I'm saying? And I want a hug from Taj. And I want to adapt Coco up. Like, Candy, I want to hug your neck. Tanya, I want to hug your neck. Tamika, I want to hug your neck. And I want us to really sit down and have a conversation. Please, let's have a conversation. Because what brought me to the show, what drew me was the nostalgia. It's like I am a huge fan for real. Like, man, that thing made my day for real. That was a good day. I appreciate that. I would love a tour. Would absolutely love a tour. And shout out to Tamika. I really hope things work out with your sister. I do understand that sometimes, it is unfortunate that sometimes we have to let people go. You got to let people kind of just go do whatever they're going to do because you don't owe nobody nothing but to love them. And For me, I'm not necessarily one for you throwing my love back in my face. If it's not appreciated, it's like I'm not gonna stop loving you, but my presence of it around you is gonna, that's a different story. Sometimes you gotta do that for yourself. And sometimes family is those who we choose, you know, and more often than not, those be the tightest relationships. So please don't feel no way about that. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and heal up and get your heart and your mind and keep on goddamn shutting the show down now. I hope to catch y'all. So don't play with me. Nah, just like I love y'all. Like y'all understand. Like I'm not like a Barb or a Beehive person. I'm not like that kind of fan because I got like shit to do. But I love both of y'all. You know, and I look for. I just want the concert. So, yeah, man, and thank y'all to my audience. For tuning in to me. I don't know. I be trying. I guess just I'm still finding my way, y'all. I know I have a niche. I love the Lord. I love peace. I love joy. I love happy. I love resolution. You know, I don't prefer go along to get along, but I do understand that there are some situations, maybe even a circumstance or two, where you have to go along to get along with a person. And so for me, that's just being sociable because I never want to become anyone other than who I am as far as, me. But I want to evolve and grow. But I can't be nobody other than me. I don't want to be nobody other than me. I'm okay with that. Now I'm in tune and in touch with. I does checkups on myself. I didn't have therapy. A lot of my growth was well, people pouring into me even before prayer for real. People pouring into me and speaking life to me and over me. And you know, but then prayer, and then I began to have conversations with myself. Because if you don't know who you are, like, you know what I'm saying? You really got to have conversations with yourself. So, um, and then you get to a place where in real time, in reality, when you're going through the things that you're going through, um, you have to make a choice. And sometimes I can't do anything but pray because I don't have. And honestly, I've never had any other choice or option, but I chose my way, and that wasn't the best way. It never fixed it, So now, when I ask, I'm choosing to believe, and it is when you consider the weight of this world, it's a difficult thing, but we're gonna keep on going. So, God is good and He is fair and He is faithful, and I just want what's for me, what's mine. And it's mine. And I'm not gonna never stop. I'm not gonna never quit. I'm not gonna never give up. Because it's mine. It's mine. And I stand on that. And I got a little personal, but at any rate, check the show out. Love on somebody. Um, be vulnerable with your people. Like if the ones that you trust that's like right next to you, be vulnerable with your people. Because if are they vulnerable with you, because that's a discussion you have to have. Like you should be able to trust. Like I definitely understand that like my business ain't everybody's business, right? And even amongst my friends, I think that you have certain things you keep to yourself, but there are no secrets, no trend. Everything is transparent. I just think that's something to let's do that today. Let's work on becoming better people is where I'm going with it, is what I'm saying. So man, y'all, if I could, I can't tell it all, bro. I'm telling you. So you're watching me literally from the ground up. This is happening from the bottom up. And I ain't the best at it, certainly not the worst. I'm just me. I can't do nothing but give you me. And a nigga with some good Wi-Fi. And then as I continue to press forward, uh the growth is happening. the growth is happening in ways that I don't necessarily have an awareness of right now. And then I'm not like a person who brags or who boasts, because I don't think that necessary, because that doesn't define me as a person. It does not define me as a person. The successes that I'm seeing, it does not define me as a person. The things that I'll accumulate and that I have, it does not define me as a person. I don't think that defines anyone, so that's not important for me. But growing and evolving, I done got off of work. I done had me a little bit of drink, you know. Yeah, I had to take some time to myself. You need that. Because, and I'm so sorry, I feel the energy shifted. If you're still with me, the energy shifted for a little bit. And it shifted because I am having some issues in my domicile. But God is good and He is faithful, so He gonna keep on going. But I love y'all. I'm trying to get off this phone. I